And a pleasant good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Paul Bowen Gym, Huntsville High School, for tonight's contest, the District 17 5A opener between your Huntsville Lady Hornets and the A&M Consolidated Tigers, as we welcome you high above here at Paul Bowen Gym on the Lady Hornet Volleyball Countdown to First Serve. I'm Carlos Zimmermann, fresh from the islands of Hawaii, alongside of me, my good friend and broadcast partner, Stephanie Keele. Stephanie, good to be with you. Should be a good matchup tonight. Lady Hornets come off of a big 4-set win over Cold Spring Oakhurst on Friday night, coming with some momentum, but they go up against the defending champions at a District 17 5A. Should make for an interesting contest to get the district slate going.
Yeah, they have a tough match ahead of them. A&M Consolidated is a very tough and competitive team. They swept their last Clear Creek tournament this past weekend against Jersey Village 2-0, Clear Creek 2-0. That was on day one. Day two, they went against College Station, beat them 2-1. Tasasita beat them 2-0, and Clear Springs 2-0 as well. So the A&M Consolidated Tigers are coming off of a winning tournament.
And you look at what they've done through the non-district slate. I mean, you know, beating quality teams, a couple of crossover teams between these two teams having faced the same teams through non-district play. So it'll be interesting to see which team comes out of the gate hot first. We saw that last week against Madisonville in the Battle of I-45. I mean, it was a game where you felt like Huntsville, they were in it the whole way. It was just that first set that got away from them that ultimately did them in that night. But, you know, on the other side of that, they fought hard against them. They were able to knock off the Trojans on Friday. They got some momentum on their side for sure. Really, only for A&M Consolidated, their only really big blemishes were on the back end of a tournament up in Pflugerville, where they lost to Duncanville, Lake Ridge, and Jordan to close, losing every game of that tournament they competed in, and then losing to Tomball Memorial. But ever since then, they have been on a tear. They have now won 8 matches in a row leading into tonight's contest, so they got some momentum on their side as well. And Stephanie, these are the games that matter the most. This is the games that decide whether you go to the playoffs or not. So it's not that the non-district games didn't count, but the games really have a lot of weight to them now. Yeah,
I mean, this is essentially the one that's going to be ticking on whether or not you're going to be able to make it to districts, the championships, or by districts, or any of the playoff competitions. So the Lady Hornets really need to take these wins here in district play.
Absolutely, they do. Time for your coach's convo. I had a chance to speak with Cody Hassel ahead of tonight's contest, so let's dive into that. Then after that, we'll step aside and take a break, and we'll have more for you from Paul Bowen Gym and Huntsville High School when we return. But time for your coach's convo on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. All right, welcome back on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. Getting ready for the district opener against A&M Consolidated. Time for your coach's combo with Cody Hassel. Coach, just look back on non-district play. Got some momentum going into this one after the 4-set win on Friday. Just some thoughts on the team as you get to the games that are huge for your team.
Friday was good because we got to work on some things that we really wanted to kind of key in on at district. We had several key players or several players that finished very well in the stat categories. Sophia Marino had 12 kills. Chloe Lehman had 9 kills. Peyton ended up having 7 kills, only on 1 error, and hit 462 for the match. So we did some really good things on Friday, and so we just want to kind of capitalize on that and add to it as we move to today.
You get Lainey Kulak back tonight. Just some importance of being able to get your one of your lead setters back into the ball game after she went down with an injury.
Yeah, we kind of talked about that this week some too. You know, if we look for the setters to get a kill out of every 3 attempts, and that's something we've kind of been missing with her out, and she's been at about 1 out of 2.5 all season. So we're hoping that she comes back and can just kind of fill that role and keep that going.
You go up against a team that won the district last year. Just how do you approach this ball game, and just some things that stand out about Consol?
We got to win the game in the middle tonight. Their pin hitters are strong, their setters are strong, but if we can win the game in the middle and take care of business, then I think we've got a chance to shock the world.
How have you just seen confidence-wise out of your girls, especially after a win on Friday? Just how have they been in practice yesterday and leading up to today?
Yesterday we had a great practice. We kind of changed up our day before practice plan a little bit yesterday, and thanks to Coach Smith. And yesterday was a great practice. We worked on every single skill. It was very quick, very fast-paced. Finished up by going to the weight room to keeping them in routine. And we had one of our best practices of the year yesterday. And then last thing, you already kind of went over how it is going to be that you'll need to win tonight. Just how do you keep the girls to play within themselves and just to play their game to be able to get a win tonight? Anything can happen, right? Anything can happen at any time, and you just got to keep fighting. Like we've said all year, because we played some really, really tough teams as the year's gone on. If you can walk off the court at the end of the day and say you gave everything, then you're a winner. So we're ready to see that tonight. All right, Coach, that's all I got. Thanks for your time. Thank you very much.
Country music is different than other music genres. Our artists sing about family, friendship, the ups and downs of this old world, and living this life. Country music tells the story of us. 101.7 KSAM is your hometown radio station, playing today's best country and all your favorites. And you can have this hometown connection right there on your smartphone with the all-new KSAM mobile app. It's in your iPhone and Android app store right now. And we also have direct links on our website, KSAM1017.com.
I'm Kobe Lovell, 2020 World Champion header, 7-time NFR qualifier.
I'm Ricky Canton, 15-time NFR qualifier, and currently hold the world's record in the cap rovement.
I'm Cody Johnson. I'm a platinum recording country music artist, cowboy team roper.
And I'm No Bull Bill, and I sell trucks. Oh, I don't even know what I'm doing here. Well, at least I sell them to the cool people.
Kids have projects to finish, lessons to watch, and homework to turn in. Parents have rules to set. With Mid-South Fiber, your household gets the best of both worlds. Get safe, blazing fast internet with parental control tools to limit screen time, block distracting sites, and keep your kids on track. This school year, enjoy peace of mind with smart online time. Mid-South Fiber, where school ready meets parent approved. Visit midsouthfiber.com to get started.
Find us on social media on both Facebook and X at KSAM1017. Also be sure to subscribe to the 101.7 KSAM YouTube channel so you don't miss out on anything going on with your hometown radio station.
Back at Paul Bowen Gym, Huntsville High School on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports. I'm Carlos Zimmermann alongside Stephanie Keele for tonight's District 17 5A opener as the Lady Hornets look to continue to build momentum going into the district slate. 12 games to decide who goes to the playoffs out of the 4 spots that are given to District 17 5A Region 3. Stephanie, obviously we've heard from head coach Cody Hassel, just from what you've seen out there from this team over the few games that we've been out here for. What do they have to do tonight on their end of the ball to be able to come away with a win, set the tone for district play?
So there's 2 specific people that I would really be looking for on the court today. And that'll be Peyton Dennis and Chloe Lehman. The reason why is because those 2 are dynamic tandem when it comes to blocking. Now, the A&M Consolidated team, they have somewhat height, not as much height as we've seen in teams in the past, but they can kill, and that's the thing that gets the most points. And so being able for Dennis and Lehman to be able to really step up and keep those blocks in and just make sure that the Tigers don't get any points on the board, that's one thing. The next thing would be just limiting on errors. Any miscommunications on the court, anything else like that really solidifies the game. And starting out in district play, you really want to make sure that you start out with a win.
There you go. That's the keys to the match. Thank you, Stephanie, for that. Lady Hornets come into this contest 16-16 on the regular season so far. I mean, 32 matches, that is 6 more than what Consol has played thus far. And the Lady Hornets, like Coach Hassel said in that talk, they have played some high-quality opponents in non-district play. So it'll be an opportunity for Huntsville tonight to test themselves against the team that won the district last season. But, you know, at the end of the day, you can't think about last season. You got to lock in on what is happening on the court right now. And I think they're going to do just that. And they got some new, new faces to the team that have given them some opportunities for success in non-district play. I remember last week, Lizzie Ballette had an awesome game against Madisonville, and she continues to just progress, only a sophomore, so that's awesome to see that working for the Lady Hornets, as well as Sydney Pascal and Carissa Brinkley, who are 2 of the younger ones on the squad as well. Opportunities for them to shine amongst the veterans like Chloe Lehman, Lauren Rigsby, Sophia Moreno, and Taylor Shaw. So we'll see who steps up out there on the court tonight. A big thing for the Lady Hornets, Stephanie, they get Lainey Kulak back tonight, one of their top setters and leaders of this team. How big is that for Huntsville tonight?
That's really big. When you have a leader on the court, it really helps with the teamwork, helps with the miscommunications, any error that's going to happen, but it also bumps up the atmosphere. When you're on the court and you have a bad play or there's a bad set, you need someone to amp you up, and Lainey Kulak would be the person to do that for the Lady Hornets.
Good to have her back tonight. Obviously still hobbled up by that lower body injury, but an opportunity for her to be able to get her feet wet once again. You see her out there on the far side setting for the outside hitters, so we'll see how things pan out tonight. When we come back, we'll do more deep dives into this contest, and then we'll have the national anthem and introductions of the team out there on the floor when we return to Paul Bowen Gym at Huntsville High School on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports on the KSAM YouTube channel.
Start your next adventure in an all-new 2025 Ford Expedition from Bill Fick Ford in Huntsville. Designed with meticulous attention and versatility, along with the spacious interiors families need for their busy lifestyles, makes the 2025 Ford Expedition the perfect vehicle. Its all-new multifunction Ford Splitgate allows easy access to the cargo area for larger items like kayaks or lumber. Hurry in today for a no-bull deal or shop online at BillFickFordHuntsville.com.
When it comes to internet, you want speed, safety, and simplicity. Luckily, Mid-South Fiber delivers. Keep your data secure with built-in firewall protection, set guest networks, and manage everything from screen time to device priority with the Mid-South Fiber app. It's internet that works for every room, every family member, and every business. Make the smart move for your home or business. Switch to Mid-South Fiber today. Visit midsouthfiber.com to get started.
Country music is different than other music genres. Our artists sing about family, friendship, the ups and downs of this old world, and living this life. Country music tells the story of us. 101.7 KSAM is your hometown radio station, playing today's best country and all your favorites. And you can have this hometown connection right there on your smartphone with the all-new KSAM mobile app. It's in your iPhone and Android app store right now. And we also have direct links on our website, KSAM1017.com.
All right, getting back at it here at Paul Bowen Gym at Huntsville High School on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network as we wrap up the countdown to first serve. Teams going through their final serves before we get this one underway tonight. Stephanie, some final thoughts before this one gets underway tonight?
Oh, I just think this is going to be a good game. Just being able to play, first in-district game. It's going to be a lot of nerves on the court tonight, but we're looking forward to see what the Lady Hornets can do and continue their winning spirit after coming off of Cold Spring Oakhurst.
We'll see how Huntsville fares tonight in this contest. Of course, you can catch this ball game right here on the KSAM YouTube channel. If you know somebody that couldn't make it out to the gym tonight, be sure to send them the link and subscribe to the KSAM YouTube channel so you don't miss out on anything going on with the Huntsville Hornets on and off the field. It's going to be a good one tonight. District opener. Always good to set the tone early, and if Huntsville can do that tonight, they'll do something they didn't do all last year. So an opportunity for them in front of them against the defending champs of District 17 5A. Well, strap in. It's going to be a good one tonight at Paul Bowen. We'll shut our mouths and we'll turn it over to public address announcer Jessica Hassel. She will give you the rosters for this evening's contest as well as our national anthem coming up in just a few moments. A&M Consolidated versus Huntsville. Don't go away. It comes your way next.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's opening District 17 5A match between the Lady Tigers and your Fighting Lady Hornets. A special welcome is extended to our neighbors from College Station. Tonight's event provides a showcase for the talents and skills of the students from each school through friendly competition, which is the theme of all interscholastic sports. Please encourage them by your cheers, your applause, and your good sportsmanship. These students, along with their directors and coaches, represent their schools with pride and honor. The A&M Consolidated Tigers, number 1, Mia Cross.
Find us on social media on both Facebook and X at KSAM-1017. Also be sure to subscribe to the 101.7 KSAM YouTube channel so you don't miss out on anything going on with your hometown radio station. This broadcast is copyrighted by KSAM Sports for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast or any other transitions or accounts of the game without the express written consent of 101.7 KSAM and Huntsville High School Athletics is strictly prohibited. The following is a presentation of KSAM Sports.
Temps are starting to dip here in the East Texas Piney Woods, but the temperature will heat up inside Paul Bowen Gym for tonight's contest on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, presented by Bill Fick Ford. It's the District 17 5A opener. A&M Consolidated, the visitors from College Station against the home squad, your fighting Huntsville Lady Hornets. As we welcome you high above here at Paul Bowen Gym, I'm Carlos Zimmermann. With me is Stephanie Keele. Glad to have you with us tonight. It's going to be a good one, Stephanie, as we get this one underway momentarily. The Lady Hornets rocking the green jerseys tonight, Consolidated in the road black jerseys with the numbers in maroon. Lady Hornet numbers are in white. Should be an interesting contest here this evening in front of a packed house here at Paul Bowen Gym in Huntsville. Want to remind you, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's video broadcast is being presented to you in 2K Quad HD with a 4K Ultra HD enhanced presentation. Closed captioning is also available for the hearing impaired. As the Lady Hornet and Consolidated starters are out there on the floor, we're ready to go for this District 17 5A opener, and we're glad to have you with us tonight. We're underway in Huntsville with set number one as we go back and forth to start the contest. Ballette the set for Lehman. Going to have to be a push shot. Chance for Consolidated. Near side and able to tool that one through. That one is Jillian Vinyl, the senior outside hitter, and that's how the scoring gets underway.
Yeah, Dennis and Moreno were there to get the block, but it just kind of went off the outside hand of Dennis and came in. And so that's how the Tigers were able to get the point.
So 1-0 early to start. Pascal the reception. Ballette, great job just to keep it on Huntsville's side. Sets up a far side kill, and that one will go for Consolidated to take the early 2-0 advantage. Harper Korenik, the freshman, outside with the kill that time. Lady Hornets looking to side out here early on set number one if you are just tuning in. That one out on the near side sideline off the arm of Kendall Newton. And that's how Huntsville is able to jump out in front first.
Yeah, good eye by Moreno. Just telling everyone, back up, it's out.
So service error for A&M Consolidated gives it to Huntsville. Chloe Lehman up to serve this one. Good arcing serve. Tigers on the offensive attack. Too much for Jillian Vinyl, and we're knotted up at 2 apiece.
Yeah. Vinyl's not the tallest player that we've seen against Huntsville, but she definitely has some power behind that swing.
Here's the setup for Korenik. Lehman able to pop that one into the air, and no chance for Huntsville to try and put it back over. It was a bad set, and A&M Consolidated able to come up with the point.
Yeah, Ballette, it kind of hit more towards her her wrist, and so it made it kind of unfortunate to come towards the net near the line judge.
And that will go down as an ace for A&M Consolidated. Harper Korenik able to notch the first ace on the night, splitting the Huntsville defense. 4-2 A&M Consolidated to start this match.
She's the only freshman for the Lady Tigers on the roster so far this season, so we'll see what she could do.
Battling at the net here, a chance for the Lady Hornets on offense, but the tandem At the net that time, Jillian Vinyl and Berkeley White able to send it back to Huntsville. 5-2 A&M Consolidated early on in the district opener. Oh my goodness, another ace right there on the back line as they will sub out Pascal and bring Lehman back in.
What a spot she found in that back corner. It's so hard to be able to defend that.
Only a freshman at that, Harper Korenik. Like you said, the only freshman for the Tigers. Ballette the set from the middle, Brinkley nothing on the offensive attack. Chance for Consolidated once again. It's blocked and out. Sammy Smith was able to hit it hard enough off the block, and it's 7-2.
And good job by Brinkley. Just be able to go up, not be afraid, and just try to block that shot.
Rigsby with a good receive. Ballette the set for Moreno, trying to find the back line, but Tigers are right there. Smith once again, able to poke that one through the block, and the Tigers starting to build a run early in set one, and Cody Hassel has called his first time out.
Yeah, you can tell that the Lady Tigers have just come out aggressive. And that's what we've seen countless times that the Lady Hornets tried to do. But this time it's going towards the favor of the Lady Tigers.
Well, we have a pause in the action. 8-2 early on here in set number one. Don't forget you can listen to today's best country and all your favorites wherever you may be with the KSAM mobile app. It's in your app store for Androids and iPhones now. Take your hometown radio station with you in the car, at home, or while you're even out on a run. It's the KSAM mobile app. Download it today. And really, so far in this contest, Stephanie, Consolidated's gotten all the opportunities, but it's off of Lady Hornets' mistakes. So you got to think it's only a couple of offensive production points so far tonight for the team wearing black and maroon. Lady Hornets looking to side out, down 6. That'll help, service error. And that will stop the run for A&M Consolidated.
Annabelle Murrah and Brianna Torres now coming into the game for the Lady Hornets.
Torres has had a few aces go her way this year as she goes to the service line. Finding the weak side, but Consolidated played it well. Teardrop, and Torres kept it alive. Another set for Consolidated. Lehman trying to keep that one up, but could not on the kill attempt of Jillian Vinyl. And the Tigers able to side out quickly.
Vinyl had some height and speed on that ball. Good job by Lehman just trying to keep it up.
Back to serve Berkeley White. Lehman plays it. Ballette Murrah in the middle, blocked. Kept alive by Moreno. Free ball, and no one's there. Point for Consolidated.
Yeah, a little miscommunication there. Moreno was getting up, and Ballette thought that she was going to get it. Just unfortunate errors.
And that'll be another ace in the books for Consolidated. As Berkeley White continues to play well at the service line. Now helping to build her team out to another 3-0 run, up 11-3 here in set one. And the Tigers come in and winners of 8 straight. Pascal able to play it. Ballette got up for it to Brinkley, too much.
Brinkley came up with that one. She really wanted that one to land.
And just a little bit too much forward momentum on it that carried it out of bounds. So 12-3 Consolidated as White continues to go at the line. Now let the set for Moreno, and that one will go again. An attack error, and the lead continues to pour ahead for the Tigers.
Yeah, Moreno did the similar thing to Brinkley, wanting to just put some power behind it and just pushed it too forward.
And another ace. As Torres struggled to play that one.
What you notice with the serve from Berkeley White, it looks flat coming in, and then once it hits your arms, it spins off like crazy, and that's what's causing just a bunch of misdirection with it.
Another near ace. And that will be a point for Huntsville. on the blocking error. Charge to A&M Consolidated. Would have been an emphatic kill for the Tigers, but the Lady Hornets able to side out and get the lead back down to 10. And here is the return of Lainey Kulak as she heads to the service line. Just like that, Consolidated able to side out. Lola Versari gets her first kill on the night.
You know, volleyball is the game of finding the no man's land, and it's just important when serving and getting in those kills, and that's what Consolidated has been doing so far this set.
As that will be a 2-kill for Sammy Smith. Able to punch that off the block of Murrah and Brinkley. It makes it 16-4 here in set 1. At the line, Jillian Vinyl. As that'll be a 4-ball as Ballette couldn't get any forward momentum on it, and Cody Hassel will call his second timeout.
Yeah, it looked like it hit more towards her like palm, wrist area, so it came down weird. Good job by Ballette, just trying to get something going for the Lady Hornets.
I mean, just trying to build some momentum because all of it right now sits on the side of A&M Consolidated. So 17-4 here in set number 1 as Cody Hassel and the squad talk things over. Want to give you another friendly reminder as well, ladies and gentlemen. You can stay up to date on all things Lady Hornet Volleyball on our social media pages. You can get updates on ball games, broadcast dates, and times. Can be found on the KSAM Sports Facebook page. And we also have it for you on X and Instagram at KSAM-1017. Don't forget to give us a follow on there as well, you don't miss up to any of the action as we're back to play here in set number 1, brought to you by Mid-South Fiber Internet. That'll be another kill for A&M Consolidated. That one, that time for Julia DeWitt, her first kill of the night.
DeWitt was able to kind of tool it through Murrah and Ballette's block. Able to find that no man's land.
Vinyl finds the hole in the defense, ends up with a free ball, and a chance for the Tigers once again. That one blocked of DeWitt that time, but it stays on Consolidated side, and Sammy Smith able to push it through.
What a great play by Sammy Smith. She saw that, she got it right on that line. And on the outside, in the back, perfect spot to be able to kind of dip it into.
And here in the Mid-South Fiber Internet set number 1, A&M Consolidated, it has been all Tigers as Murrah looked for a Mid-South Electric kill, couldn't get it. DeWitt sent it to Kulak, and a chance for the Lady Hornets. Ballette on the near side reaches back, nothing there. From the middle, Kulak right there to play it. Ballette will try again, off the tape, and that'll work. Side out Huntsville on Ballette's first Mid-South Electric kill of the contest.
Yeah, great job by her. In the past couple of games, you really have seen her grow in the setter position, but also on the left side hitting. So it's been a great job just being able to see her grow throughout the games.
19-5 Consolidated as Smith able to tool it.
Lehman and Murrah came up. It was looking like a great block. It's just, there's a lot of power behind that ball.
I think this will be just one set that Huntsville would like to forget and hit the reset button going into set number 2. Macy Downing will come on for her first trip to the service line tonight. And it turns into a service error. So Huntsville able to catch a break as both teams do back and forth side outs as Murrah and Torres, they check out. Peyton Dennis and Lauren Rigsby, they come on to the ball game. Looking for the kill that time. Mia Cross, nothing there. Lehman will try to return the favor, but back and forth we go. It's the near side for DeWitt. Teardrop, and Peyton Dennis stuck the arms up and sent it back.
Dennis got some height on that one. Kind of stiffed it right back down. Great job by her.
For the first time in this match tonight, Lauren Rigsby able to have back-to-back trips at the service line, as that one will be killed. Lola Versari was the one that time that got up for that one. Chill check out. Berkeley White returns. And Julieta Costa, the libero junior for the Tigers, to the line. Pascal got way down to get to that one. Kulak the set. And just out on the back of the baseline on that. A kill attempt for Ballette.
Yeah, great attempt there by Ballette. She really wanted that outside line, and that's exactly what you want to be able to get. She was just there, just a little bit too much power.
22-7 in favor of the Tigers. Kulak the set for Lehman. There we go. There's a kill. Chloe Lehman, brought to you by Mid-South Electric. That'll put Lizzie Ballette at the line for her first trip as Kulak exits. Floater set up for Consolidated. Nice dig there, Pascal. Lehman's going to have to go push, and hey, however you can get it. As Macy Downing wasn't able to play that kill attempt, and it'll count for Chloe Lehman.
Lehman's the leader in kills for the Lady Hornets, having so far 64, including the 2 that she had so far this game. So she's definitely getting those numbers up there. She has the height and the speed to get it done.
What a job by Lehman to hook that one inside the antenna just to keep the point alive, but that will go down as a kill for Julia DeWitt, as Dennis couldn't send it back. 23-10 in favor of the Tigers.
Yeah, that last play, Ballette got under it, lifted it up. Lehman kind of sky-hooked it over and trying to keep the play alive.
So 23-11 after another service error for A&M Consolidated. As they approach set point, Lady Hornets just trying to find some offensive juice to take into set 2. As Lehman couldn't quite get that one to bounce off the top of the tape, and here is set point.
Taylor Shaw checks in for the Lady Hornets. Good to see her on the court.
Absolutely. Off the tape, and Shaw right there to play it. It'll be Shaw going up for the kill. Nothing there. Chance for the Tigers to close out set 1. Berenik doesn't get it as Ballette dug it out. Shaw will have to go free ball here as it soars over. The set and the kill for Berkeley White. And that is how set number 1, brought to you by Mid-South Fiber Internet, comes to an end. A set that Huntsville would like to flush as we get set to go to set number 2. The teams will flip sides, and we'll bring it to you when we return to Paul Bowen Gym at Huntsville High School on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
I'm Kobe Lovell, 2020 World Champion header, 7-time NFR qualifier.
I'm Ricky Canton, 15-time NFR qualifier, and currently hold the world's record in the cap rovement.
I'm Cody Johnson. I'm a platinum recording country music artist, cowboy team roper.
And I'm No Bull Bill, and I sell trucks. Oh, I don't even know what I'm doing here. Well, at least I sell them to the cool people.
When it comes to internet, you want speed, safety, and simplicity. Luckily, Mid-South Fiber delivers. Keep your data secure with built-in firewall protection, set guest networks, and manage everything from screen time to device priority with the Mid-South Fiber app. It's internet that works for every room, every family member and every business. Make the smart move for your home or business. Switch to Mid-South Fiber today. Visit midsouthfiber.com to get started.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to remind you this season of Huntsville Lady Hornet Volleyball on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network is presented by Bill Fick Ford. No bull, just good deals. And also brought to you by our friends at Mid-South Fiber Internet. Local fiber internet that you can trust. One set down here at Paul Bowen Gym in Huntsville High School on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. It's 25-11. That went the way of A&M Consolidated in that opening set. How does Huntsville reset here, Stephanie, after just a tumultuous set?
One of the main things that we saw in this past set was Consol was able to get those kills through the blocks. So just tightening up the blocks, making sure your hands are straight, flat. If you need to, move them a little bit, but just being able to make sure that that ball is not going in between you and the net or being able to tool over. And that was two things that we saw mainly causing the kills for Consol.
I mean, and also you got to think Consolidated just looked a little bit more organized out there coming out of the gate. So obviously that'll be a point of conversation for Cody Hassel in that huddle that just broke for the Lady Hornets. So we'll see if Huntsville can bounce back here in set number 2. And we talked about it last week against Madisonville. It was the early opening set struggles, but Huntsville was able to bounce back in the second set and ultimately took that set against the Madisonville Mustangs. Ultimately lost the match 3-1, but still showed a lot of fight. They're going to have to try and battle back hard here if they want to even up the sets at 1 apiece. On the floor for the Lady Hornets, Cindy Pascal get ready to check in for them. Sophia Moreno, Peyton Dennis, Chloe Lehman, Lauren Rigsby, and Lizzie Ballette. On the other side for A&M Consolidated, you got the likes of Berkeley White out there, Julia DeWitt, as well as their libero, Presley Johnson, amongst others, as we get going here in set number 2. And a free ball right out of the gate for Consolidated. Ballette to Dennis, and
miscommunication there between Dennis and Lehman. They both came up at the same time and both came down at the same time.
And the ball went right to the floor, so something they'll have to adjust here, as it'll be the Tigers that side out early on. Lehman with the swing. Johnson the set. Off the tape, going the wrong way, but Pascal able to back up on it, and Rigsby a free ball.
Good job by them, just trying to keep it alive.
DeWitt with a poke, but they're going to say that she was in net, so teams will trade points, and we're knotted up at 1-1.
What the Lady Hornets need to do now is capitalize on errors that the Tigers make.
Lehman was at the service line from the middle. Julia DeWitt able to find the floor on the other side to make it 2-1 here in set 2.
Yeah, Carlos, what you were saying earlier, I mean, the Lady Tigers definitely have some efficiency, some flow when they move throughout the court.
I mean, a lot of veteran experience out
definitely
there.
Helps you do that.
Too much on the kill. Consolidated wanted a tip. They did not get it. As the teams continue to trade points, nothing there for Berkeley White from the middle.
Burra and Torres checks in for Rigsby, and I believe.
No, you had all of them.
Yeah, and Dennis as well.
Dennis as well, and an emphatic kill there. Harper Korenik, freshman outside. A lot of stature to her as she is able to put that one through, something that A&M Consolidated is happy they're going to have for another 3 years.
Yeah, it's when you have a freshman that can really capitalize on points and shows like significant skill, kind of bumps up the atmosphere of the team, knowing that after the seniors graduate, you'll have a leader to go to.
like I said, the only freshman on the Tiger roster, and you look through up and down the roster, do a quick count here, 6 seniors that you'll lose after this year, but they also have 5 juniors and a sophomore. So a lot of veteran presence that'll come back for them. As Brinkley looked for the kill, didn't get it. On the other side, it's the Tigers coming away with yet another kill. That one, Kendall Newton was able to get her first on the night.
Yeah, the outside hitters always hitting those back corners, and it's just hard for Pascal to get back there.
Just clearing the tape, but an overpass. Chance for the Tigers. And an emphatic one for Karenik.
Definitely some power behind these Lady Tigers. They're coming in with good mile per hours.
And when you set one up on a tee like that, all you got to do is just send that one to the floor. But speaking of ones going to the floor, that will be a service error. To get the lead back within 3 here in set number 2 for the Lady Hornets.
We were talking about senior leadership. Laney Kulak now checks in to serve for the Lady Hornets.
It's like a knuckleball heading over the net. And another kill at the net for the Lady Tigers. That one, that time on the arm of Lola Versari. Well, you got to think that was something that Coach Hassel talked about in our pregame talk. I mean, you got to be able to play the middle. That's where Consolidated's got a lot of their kills tonight, is right there at the net, right on the H.
Yeah, and they just been able to kind of like dip it in between the blocks, which has created majority of the points for the Tigers, as Kendall Newton sends that down for another kill.
Makes your score 8-3 in favor of Consolidated here in set number 2. Lady Hornets still fighting here to try and side out. Macy Downing to the service line for the team wearing maroon and black. That one just clearing the net, and an ace for Downing.
Torres was there, just kind of got underneath her. She was trying to get it up. Good effort from her.
Downing. Torres able to play that one clean as Ballette reaching back to get to that one. And from the middle, Downing, Torres digs it out. Kulak a set again for Ballette, able to get it off the block and on the other side, and a Mid-South electric kill for Lizzie Ballette.
Yeah, that ball just skirted across the line until it hit halfway and fell in.
Tightrope into that one.
Great job. Ballette fought for that one and got it.
Indeed she did. Pascal with the serve, sets up near side Smith, blocked. And that one will go out on the bad set for Consolidated, so the Lady Hornets able to get back-to-back points off of the bad set.
The momentum is slowly shifting over to the Lady Hornets, which you can tell just off of the players' faces.
That'll help. A nice for Sydney Pascal. Again, we said in going into this broadcast, this is a tall task for the Lady Hornets tonight as she tried to get that one to go off the top of the tape. I mean, you're facing the defending district champs who bring a lot back from last season.
And they didn't just make it past the district champs, they made it all the way to the regional finals. So just a lot of weight going towards the game for the Lady Hornets because they know that they're a really good team.
I mean, when you got a squad that goes 4 rounds deep, you know you're going to have a fight on your hands as back-to-back service errors able to get it back to the Lady Hornets at the service line. Nice block, but kept alive by the Tigers. It's Kulak to Ballette, looking to get it over the top, no tip, and an attack error makes it 11-7. District play will continue into Friday night back here at Paul Bowen Gym as the Lady Hornets host the Rudder Rangers here at Paul Bowen Gym. Stephanie will have the call for you as I'll be across the street. As another ace in the books for the Tigers. Makes it 12-7. I'll be across the street bringing you Hornet football, the home opener against Cedar Park. Myself and Brian Adams will bring you that call alongside sideline reporter Emma Sims. Stephanie will be here at Paul Bowen. We'll try and help y'all enjoy this one and lead you into the football broadcast as we go back and forth at the net.
Yeah, it was just a decent rally, more of a popcorn, if you will, of just back and forth around that net.
And usually when you're playing popcorn, it's just a matter of who makes the first mistake. That's been done at the service line, but punts it into the net. So 13-8 here, as it's been more different than set number one. Lady Hornets able to capitalize off some Tiger mistakes. Free ball, so an opportunity here for Huntsville as Pascal sets up Dennis. Teardrop, nothing there. Smith trying to poke it through, but punched it off the block.
That was a great block by the tandem of Dennis and Lehman. It just had the direction of the block. I think it was off of Dennis's hands, was coming towards the out of bounds. If she just moved her hands slightly a little bit, it would have came back down and inside.
So 14-8 in favor of the Tigers. Valette the setup. Moreno trying to run up for the kill, but can't get it to dive down on that near side sideline. And it continues to extend the Tiger advantage.
And Moreno's no stranger to kills. I mean, she has 44. So she's done very well for the Lady Hornets.
And another ace in the books for the Tigers. Rigsby had trouble playing that one.
That was just a tough ball. When it's that low to the ground and that far back, it's just so hard to be able to pick that up. And we saw that earlier with Pascal. She tried to do the same. It's when it's in those back corners and so far away, you have to back up as quickly as possible. It's just hard to get it done.
So timeout on the floor. Cody Hassel calls it as we want to remind you tonight's broadcast, the Lady Hornet Volleyball on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network is copyrighted for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast or any other transmission or accounts of the game without the express written consent of 101.7 KSAM and Huntsville High School athletics is strictly prohibited. And also a reminder that this broadcast is brought to you by Mid-South Electric Co-op. Visit midsouthelectric.com to learn more. And also brought to you in part by Huntsville Independent School District. It's a great day to be a Hornet. We're building champions, everyone, every day. Out of the timeout, Mia Cross goes to the service line for A&M Consolidated. Ballette keeps it alive. Lehman, big swing, and a Mid-South Electric kill for Chloe Lehman.
Yeah, great job by her. Just first Ballette being able to keep that set in just so that way Lehman can come in and deliver on that kill. She has 60, that's her 65th so far this season.
There you go, as Aubrey Garrett checks in for the first time tonight with the score 16-9. A serve specialist, if you will, for Huntsville. An overpass, but Huntsville not able to capitalize.
Yeah, and they do. Oh,
and Consolidated got the tip. Almost was able to capitalize on that as Berkeley White came away with the kill.
Yeah, there was some confusion on the Hornet side, but tip's a tip.
And another ace for the Tigers. Berkeley White will collect that one. (18-9) in favor of the visitors from College Station. Pascal plays that one clean. Sets up Moreno for a kill. Almost had it. But Korenik able to time that one up perfectly, and I think that's one of the hardest ones as it's just soaring through the air and coming down, able to time it up perfectly, and she did.
And Rigsby was diving to get there. It's hard to be able to receive those because you have no idea where the ball is going to be going. You don't know if it's going to be dipped or if it's going to be hammered down.
That time it was hammered down by Korenik. It's Dennis from the outside. Nothing there as it's dug out. And back and forth we go on kill attempts. Moreno almost able to tool it. And that will go out on an attack error for Mia Cross.
Cross definitely has some power behind her swing. I mean, she goes so far behind the line to serve, and she takes one step, and boom.
So 19-10 Consolidated as Torres placed that one rather perfectly, as it won't be the greatest swings for the Tigers. Chance for Ballett and Brinkley, but back and forth we go as it's dug out by Dunn. Korenik. That one will be a 4 as it did not clear the net. And the Lady Hornets able to keep the ball on their end of the floor.
Yeah, great job by the Lady Hornets, just being able to keep the momentum going, trying to stay into this game.
Dunn, not a great set, but it'll work out. Lola Versari from the middle able to poke that one through.
Definitely have seen a lot of diving from the Lady Hornets, just trying to find, when they get it towards that outside line, it's just very hard to receive.
Moreno had to back up to play that one. Torres will set her up for a swing, but back to the Tigers. And a sideline kill for Kendall Newton.
A great placement by Kendall Newton, finding that outside corner. The Lady Hornets have been struggling to receive those all game, all sets.
Moreno plays it to Ballett. It's Murrah from the middle, blocked at the net as it just sat up there. Brinkley will try and will be kept alive by the Tigers. Ballett, Murrah will try again. Oh my goodness, that back line defense turns into points for the Tigers. Harper Korenik the kill, but that rally kept alive by Mia Cross. (22-11). Moreno tried to poke it through, but didn't have enough power.
Yeah, she kind of switched up at the last minute. Just wasn't able to get it over that white line.
Pascal plays it, a set for Ballett, and Brinkley off the top of the block, but kept going by the Tigers. Back and forth we go. Moreno won a great set and had to reach back to try and get to that one, and set point for A&M Consolidated. Pascal right there on the sideline to play it. Murrah rather tried to poke it, and it works out for a Mid-South Electric kill on the poke for Murrah.
Good job by Murrah. She kind of used her length to be able to stretch and reach over and just dipped it in. Perfect job by her.
And that'll put Lainey Kulak at the service line for the Lady Hornets. That knuckleball serve goes to Korenik off the top of the block. Torres able to dig it out. Ballett. Not this time. On the second touch, it goes for Mia Cross and company. And it's a 25-12 set number 2 win for the Tigers. So Huntsville will have to reach back and try to win 3 straight if they want to rally back here in this contest to open District 17 5A. As we step aside, we'll bring you set 3 when we return to Paul Bowen Gym at Huntsville High School on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports.
Start your next adventure in an all-new 2025 Ford Expedition from Bilfick Ford in Huntsville. Designed with meticulous intention and versatility, along with the spacious interiors families need for their busy lifestyles, makes the 2025 Ford Expedition the perfect vehicle. Its all-new multifunction Ford splitgate allows easy access to the cargo area for larger items like kayaks or lumber. Hurry in today for a no-bull deal or shop online at BilfickFordHuntsville.com.
Kids have projects to finish, lessons to watch, and homework to turn in. Parents have rules to set. With Mid-South Fiber, your household gets the best of both worlds. Get safe, blazing fast internet with parental control tools to limit screen time, block distracting sites, and keep your kids on track. This school year, enjoy peace of mind with smart online time. Mid-South Fiber, where school ready meets parent approved. Visit midsouthfiber.com to get started.
Country music is different than other music genres. Our artists sing about family, friendship, the ups and downs of this old world, and living this life. Country music tells the story of us. 101.7 KSAM is your hometown radio station, playing today's best country and all your favorites. And you can have this hometown connection right there on your smartphone with the all-new KSAM mobile app. It's in your iPhone and Android app store right now. And we also have direct links on our website, KSAM1017.com.
Getting ready for set 3 here at Paul Bowen Gym in Huntsville High School on the Hornet Nation broadcast network in the District 17-5A opener with Stephanie Keele. I'm Carlos Zimmermann. Want to remind you this season of Lady Hornet Volleyball is presented by Bilfick Ford. No bull, just good deals. And brought to you by Mid-South Fiber Internet, local fiber internet you can trust, as we are getting set here for set number 3 tonight, as it's been A&M Consolidated's way tonight. Stephanie, how do the Lady Hornets just try to find some juice here in set number 3 as Coach Hassel continues to try and get them hyped up here for this third set?
Yeah, they just need to communicate better, be able to get the flow going, just get some decent rallies. We really haven't seen decent rallies from the Lady Hornets. We've seen that happen against the Madisonville Mustangs. So the Lady Hornets really just need to amp themselves up, get some power behind them, and just kind of feel the court.
Get a peek here at the standings so far here in District 17-5A before we start set number 3. Montgomery and Consolidated right there at the top. And, a bevy of, it's kind of just even keel the rest of the way, Stephanie.
Yeah, I mean, College Station just right behind them. Brenham just right behind that. I mean, it's just kind of here and there until the in-district games start happening. I mean, I know Lake Creek is down at the bottom, but they've had some 6A tough competitors this season, so we'll see what they can do.
And Lady Hornets able to come out of the gate fast here in set number 3 on a Mid-South electric kill for Sophia Moreno. So it'll be an opportunity for Huntsville to side out of the gate, and Chloe Lehman. Overpass, and Dennis played it right at the net for another Mid-South electric kill.
Great job by Dennis just to get up on that and get it down. This is exactly what the Lady Hornets need. They need to get a lead, get some points on the board, just to rally against the Lady Tigers.
Lehman with some power behind those serves. This time played well by Consolidated. It's Smith, who Lehman kept it alive, but no one there. In no man's land, gets Consolidated on the board here in set number 3.
Yeah, that ball was going towards the outside line. Lehman just reaching over as far as she could, just wasn't able to keep it in.
So 2-1 in favor of Consolidated, rather Huntsville, as that one punted into the net by Smith.
We talked about this last set and the set before, just being able to capitalize off of that. Torres coming in to serve for the Lady Hornets. She's done a decent job with service aces, so we'll see how she can do today.
Well, there it is.
She got one right there.
Right on cue, Stephanie.
Now, Torres is definitely one of those underrated players, I feel like, for the Lady Hornets. She doesn't have too much height, but she definitely has the power and the IQ to be able to play it.
Tried to get down to pancake that one in that little fight at the net, but it turns into points for A&M Consolidated. But again, a good effort there by Torres and company. It's still Huntsville in front here in set number 2, or rather 3. Moreno to Ballette, back to Moreno, looking for a kill. Too much on that one. Berkeley White at the service line. She has been a prowess at the net tonight for Consolidated with those kills. And gets an ace.
Yeah, White was just able to find that little spot in the court. Pascal was trying to get underneath it, just wasn't able to in time.
That time she's there to play it. It's Ballette to Moreno. Not a full swing, chance for the Tigers. From the near side, DeWitt. Shaw trying to get after that, and Murray and Torres able to keep it alive. Ballette to Pascal. Someone's got to go. It's Ballette. It's out.
A little miscommunication there, but good job by the Lady Hornets just trying to keep that ball alive.
You love what Torres and Murrah did right there, just to keep it in the air and send it back over to Consolidated just to give your team another shot. As another service error for A&M Consolidated, not just a match back at 5.
I do have to say, the Lady Hornets have done a good job just keeping them on their the Tigers on their toes.
Kulak with the serve, far side cross. And they're going to say a blocking error charge to Huntsville as Taylor Shaw was in the net. To the line, Jillian Vinyl. The Tigers up 1 here in set number 3. Up 2-0 in the match as, Murrah, almost perfect placement, but just out on the near side sideline.
Yeah, great job. That was a perfect set by Kulak. Murrah just was coming down with it. Just too far to the side.
Torres to Kulak to Shaw, tried to tool it. And just out on that far side sideline as the kill did not go that time for Chelsea Dobson. Pascal at the service line in a 7-6 ball game as we quickly get back at it. Cross, able to tool it off the top of the block.
Lehman and Murrah has been doing a great job just being there for the blocks. Consol was just able to get it in between.
Cross to the line. Gets an ace.
Yeah, that kind of hit Lehman's like bicep, went up.
Nine to 6 Consolidated as cross just in on the baseline. It's got to be at least 10 aces so far tonight for the Tigers in the match entirely.
Yeah, they've just been able to find those spots in the back, and it's looking like it's going to go out, and then it drops perfectly in that little gap.
Torres able to get to that one. Free ball as Lehman sends it over. From the middle, Smith, and just over Torres, rather Korenik, just over Torres for the kill. And Cody Hassel will call timeout. So an 11-6 match here in set number 3, where the Tigers already lead 2 sets to none. As with the timeout on the floor, it gives us an opportunity to remind you can stay up to date on all things Lady Hornet Volleyball on our social media pages. Updates on games, broadcast dates, and times can be found on the KSAM Sports Facebook page and on X and Instagram at KSAM1017. You can also follow the Huntsville Lady Hornet Volleyball Booster Club page on Facebook. And we want to remind you, coming up Friday night, the Hornet football squad will be at home at Huntsville ISD Stadium, or as we call it, the Hive, for the home opener against Cedar Park as they host the Timberwolves. If you can't make it to the ball game, you can join us for the broadcast right here on the KSAM YouTube channel and over the FM airwaves on 101.7 KSAM and on the KSAM mobile app. Myself and Brian Adams and Emma Sims will bring you the call on a Friday night starting at 6:15 p.m. So we continue set 3. And an ace out of the gate. The second one on this trip to the line for Mia Cross.
Again, finding those spots on the outside lines. They've just been capitalizing on that all night.
Pascal plays that one clean. Gives it to Kulak. Lehman looking for the swing, but dug out by Downing. Free ball. Lehman, Kulak, Murrah. Mid-South Electric kill, Annabelle Murrah.
Great setup from Kulak. Capitalizing on that free ball. Murrah just came down with it. That's exactly what you want to see from the Lady Hornets.
And especially after Consolidated got an ace out of your timeout that you called, able to side out right after that, plays perfectly. It's Dennis and Rigsby able to come on here for the Lady Hornets. And a kill for Chelsea Dobson, her first kill of the night. Good effort by Laney just to try and keep that one alive.
Yeah, it came straight towards her face, and she was just trying to set it up, just wasn't able to.
And the Lady Hornets able to side out immediately on a service error. As Carissa Brinkley will check out and head to the bench, brings Lizzie Vallette back to the ball game, and she'll make the stride over to the line. And sending that one right down. Berkeley White got some air on that one.
Yeah, she was able to find that little gap in the Lady Hornets defense. Just able to put it through.
Aspen Dunn at the service line as Rigsby plays it. Ballette to Moreno on the near side. Wow. Kept alive by Downing. Lehman sent it right back to him, though, and it'll turn into a point.
Great job by Lehman. The Consol was already on their toes, and she just set it back in the first touch.
Not often do you see a kill attempt on the first touch, but it'll work for the Lady Hornets, and Lehman, who just had that at the line. That one just clearing the tape. Off the teardrop, nothing there for Consolidated. Moreno trying to send it over, but blocked back by White.
Sammy Smith now in for Consol. Sends this one over, but it's too far.
Now another service error. Charge to A&M Consolidated.
You know, they've had a lot of, Consol has had a lot of capitalization when it comes to like their kills and serves, but they've also had a decent amount of service errors too.
Cross able to tool it through off the block of Murrah and Shaw.
Shaw was trying to keep that one alive, put it into the net, just came right back down.
(16-10) in favor of the Tigers. As Moreno tries to punch that one through, but kept alive by Smith. Nice tandem block there. Actually, Annabelle Murrah got all of that one as Murrah's able to have a couple emphatic plays in this third set.
Yeah, she did a great job getting the height in that and keeping her hand straight so it would come straight down. Great block by Murrah.
Gets things back within 5 for the Lady Hornets as Kulak goes to the line. And an overpass right to Murrah.
Murrah doing a great job at the net, keeping the Tigers on their toes and just finding the gaps that the Lady Hornets need.
Good job by Murrah just being able to have a great set 3 and keep her squad in this contest. DeWitt able to just float it over the block of Murrah and Brinkley.
Yeah, great placement by DeWitt. Just kind of floated it over.
So 17-12 as Coach Korenik's squad able to get some substitutions in and out as Kendall Newton, the sophomore, the lone sophomore on this roster, will go to the line. And they're going to say that it's an A&M Consolidated that was out of rotation.
Yes.
I think that's what they're going to go with. Yes, that was indeed the case. So now they have the right players in, and that should be a point for Huntsville. Indeed it is. So off of a mental error by Coach Korenik. Gets the game back within 4, but just like that, Kendall Newton able to get some length on that one.
Yeah, in between the block of Murrah and Lehman. Kind of hit their down at the wrist.
Cross at the service line. Chance for Murrah. Rarely do you see her playing on the outside. Don't put too much on that one. 19-13 Tigers here in set 3.
Yeah, Murrah got a little excited on that one. Saw a chance. Took it, but just a little too much power.
And an ace again for Mia Cross. It's the Tigers within 5 for match point. Twenty to 13, A&M Consolidated as Cross sends it over. Torres played it. Murrah with a rare set. Goes to Pascal, but now a chance for Consol. Teardrop. A perfect placement there for Newton.
Yeah, Torres was trying to get underneath it. Just didn't have enough time to get over there.
Cross staying at the service line as Torres received that one perfectly. Lehman, just the teardrop, nothing there. And now the set and a push for Kendall Newton.
Yeah, it came off the fingers of Torres.
And she will exit. Aubrey Garrett will check in her place. Cross staying at the service line well for a moment. Coach Hassel calls his second and final timeout of the match. I'll remind you, coming up in the postgame wrap-up, we'll see if we can get a word with head coach Cody Hassel at the conclusion of this one, and then we'll set you up for the matchup with Rudder coming up on Friday night here at Paul Bowen Gym. So stay tuned for that coming up at the conclusion of our match this evening. We want to remind you as well that this Monday there will be no Hornet Nation Coaches Show at Chick-fil-A of Huntsville, as the Hornets will be going into their bye week. We'll be back with the Coaches Show on Monday, September the 22nd with head coach Todd Mabus, Hornet players, and so much more as we look ahead to homecoming against West Fork. That comes up 13 days from today, our next Hornet Nation Coaches Show. If you're just tuning in here, nearing the end of set number 3, A&M Consolidated will have to wait just a tad longer as that one just out on the back line.
Garrett did a good job just kind of moving out of the way. You could see her laughing on the court. That was coming straight for her face.
Just ducked out of the way of it. Rigsby and Dennis back to the match. Nice block there by Dennis and Brinkley. Sets up Lehman for a kill attempt. Well, that one kept alive by the Tigers, and that one an overpass that just slipped out.
Drowning was trying to set that one up, and just a weird set and went over and out.
And an ace for Lauren Rigsby.
Great job by Rigsby, being able to capitalize off of an error from the Tigers.
Gets the lead to 6 here in set number 3. Rigsby looking for another, but that one played. Sets up Karenik. Man, she is going to be a force to be reckoned with for this Tiger roster for the rest of this year and the next 3 to come.
Yeah, she definitely has a lot of power behind her hits. Results in so many kills for Consol.
Lehman having to reach back to get to that one. Downing right to the net, and a perfect placement for Lola Versari, and match point for the Tigers.
Yeah, this game, Consol has just been able to really tone into their IQ of the court and find gaps.
I think Downing got a little too excited with that one as another service error in the books. Makes it 24-17 as Lizzie Ballette and Sophia Moreno return to the game. Ballette will be the one to go to the service line. Match point once again for Consolidated. Oh, not a great receive. And that one, an attack error for Berkeley White. So Huntsville able to get it back within 6 and set up match point number 3 for the Tigers. Near overpass, but it worked out for the Tigers as they take the match. 3-0 here tonight at Paul Bowen Gym at Huntsville High School. A tough one for the Lady Hornets, but look to try and reset against Rudder on Friday night. And we'll talk about it and see if we can get a word with head coach Cody Hassel on the other side of this timeout. Consolidated takes the match 3-0. Post-game wrap-up comes your way when we return to Paul Bowen Gym at Huntsville High School on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. Welcome you back, ladies and gentlemen, here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network as we wrap things up here tonight. From Paul Bowen Gym at Huntsville High School, Consolidated wins this one 3-0. Coach Hassel joining us now. Coach, a tough loss tonight. Just some takeaways from this one.
You know, they're a regional finals team from last year that only graduated 2 or 3 players that were part of the rotation. And, you know, when you've got when they have a senior outside hitter that got benched because a freshman has taken her place, you know something's happening and something special is happening there. And, you know, we just got to use it as an opportunity to get better. And district's not a one-game season. You know, we got to keep pushing every single day.
Well, and you have Rudder coming to your house on Friday night. Just some things you'll look at in film, and then looking forward to trying to pick up a win on Friday.
You know, I think part of the home games are great, but I think, you know, we've had a whole lot of them in a row. We got to get another win like we did last Friday, again on this Friday, and then we get to go and play away on Tuesday and come back on Friday again. We got to take every game one at a time and see if we can't string enough wins together to make a playoff run. Every team that makes the playoff in our district, they usually end up going a few deep because you're going day in and day out against really, really tough teams. So we got to put enough together in order to do that this year.
And then our pick for player of the game tonight was Annabelle Murrah. She performed well, especially in set 3. Just what have you liked out of her as she just continues to grow as one of your middle blockers?
What I like, she listens a whole lot and she finds the block. You know, she is the more experienced out of our 2 middles. We've been pushing those middles all year long in order to, you know, just give us more, just fly. I mean, they're the 2 biggest kids we got and the 2 biggest flyers, and whenever they hit, you know, they can go over the top of people, and you know, we want them to hit more, and in order to do so, we've got to have the perfect pass to the setter because most of the time they're running quicks.
All right, Coach, thanks for your time. We'll see you on Friday.
Thank you very much.
So hand the headset back to Stephanie here. Appreciate Coach Hassel joining us here in the postgame. Stephanie, as we get ready to wrap up here, just some final thoughts.
Yeah, I think the Hornets just had a very tough competition. I mean, like what Coach Hassel was saying, they're defending champs for a reason. There's a reason why there's a senior bench for a freshman. The freshmen just, you know, being phenomenal on the court. Lady Hornets just need to work on communication and working to serve, receive better.
And that's what they'll hope to do on Friday night. Back here at Paul Bowen Gym at Huntsville High School, as we'll bring you that broadcast on Friday night. Kind of a different doubleheader than we've been used to having around these parts, as we'll have football and volleyball for you on Friday night. You can join us for the volleyball match right here on the KSAM YouTube. You can join us for the football game over at Huntsville High School. Your ticket information for both contests is online at hornetnation.info. By clicking on the tickets tab, we encourage you to get out to the ball games and support the student athletes that we have here in Huntsville. If you can't make it, you can join us for the football game on 101.7 KSAM and right here on the KSAM YouTube, as well as for the volleyball match exclusively here on the KSAM YouTube channel. And that'll do it for us here tonight from Paul Bowen Gym at Huntsville High School, as the Lady Hornets fall in 3 sets to A&M Consolidated 3 sets. Tonight, I want to remind you this broadcast is copyrighted for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast or any other transmissions or accounts of the game without the expressed written consent of 101.7 KSAM and Huntsville High School athletics is strictly prohibited. For Heather Earlier, our camera operator, and Stephanie Keele, my broadcast partner, and our executive producer, Justin Hardcastle, I'm Carlos Zimmermann, wishing you a great rest of your Tuesday afternoon and evening, as I'm still a little bit on island time. We say mahalo and aloha from Paul Bowen Gym at Huntsville High School, and on the count of 3, as always, 1, 2, 3. Sting 'em Hornets. Good night. God bless, and so long.